Hey, January, what, 18th, 2021. My name is Sonia Marie. For all of those cross watchers out there that do not know who the heck I am, I write for Essence Magazine. I am a personal astrologer to a few. And I have thousands of clients. We do readings, couples readings, and all of that stuff. We have wonderful, wonderful retreats that have been going on for the last 3 years. We are about to announce our fourth annual retreat very, very soon. So I hope that you guys and ladies can join us. It is very much open to both men and women. But I will not give details, but please be on the lookout for the fact that the Word Life Astrology Retreat, fourth annual, that is coming up real, real soon, the announcement. So be peeled and stay alert. Hello, everybody that's coming on in, and thank you to all the wonderful people that joined the Village and the Village Hut. By the way, they will not kick off until February 1st, and I wanted to make some clear announcements and adjustments to maybe what, or I should say, some clarity to what you may think it's all about. Real quick before we get started on this great week, the Village is just a group of people coming together. It's a forum, it's a private forum on Facebook, as well as flushed out on my website, in the sense that we're going to be given a whole bunch of information throughout the week, in sort of like this extended version, but a little bit more intense. Also a 12-sign rundown. Again, the private community on Facebook, information, resources. That's the Village. Coming together and connecting with like minds, bodies and souls. Not bodies, but like minds and souls. We won't be close. COVID. The Village Hut is in the hut. Right? This is my course in teaching people how to read astrology charts, Western astrology, natal charts, and how Sonia Marie does it. We will have a bi-monthly Zoom session in which I will teach, how to get prepared spiritually, how to connect with spirit, how to connect with your clients, the business of astrology, and also, of course, how to read a natal chart as well. It's going to be like a one-on-one session, bi-monthly Zoom, resource center, a bunch of different ways in which I'm going to elect to share with you the information. So I want to let you know, I've really said all that to say and to clear it up, because I want to let some people come in, and also to let you know that there are 3 spaces available out of 10. 3 spaces available. That means 7 people have already signed up for the hut. You can join the Village, the community of people, anytime throughout the 7 months of us being together. The hut, however, is 6 months, and it will shut down on January 29th. That's the last day in which you can register for the Village Hut. And again, there are only 3 spots available. That is a 6-month journey, by the way. So just to let you know, if you are on the fence, get off of that fence before somebody gets your spot. How y'all doing? How was the weekend? Okay, let me say hello to a few people, and then we're going to jump on in. Hi to Neil. Hi, Tinjin. Let me let my phone do its thing. Hey, Angie P. What's going on? Ramon is here. Chris W. is here. Hi, Celeste. Mi madre. ¿Qué pasó? What's going on? Chanel. Robbie Rob and the Ringmaster number 9. Miss Reese. Miss Limitless. Ms. Limitless. Hi, Angela Hill. Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson's in the house. And Sassafras and Lee. What up, my partner in crime? What is going on with everybody? Listen, I don't know if y'all felt it before I jump into this week. Let's jump back a little bit. What up, Loves Love? How you doing? Trinadia? Hi, Moni Love. What's happening? Thank y'all for coming on in. I appreciate y'all. Can we jump back a few steps, though? Was last week not the blast-off week? Look, in my Yonkers, New York, kind of fist to the palm talk. Can I get a yes, y'all, or something? Last week was the blast-off week. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you didn't feel a little shift, a little surge out the bottle, a little, oh, shit, we doing what? Boom. Like, if you didn't feel some kind of shift in the air, I have no idea what you was doing. Like, truthfully, I'm not judging you, but I do not know what you were doing. Did you watch some good movies though while you were sitting on your ass and you had some, epiphanies or something? Were those your blast out moments? Because at the very minimum, that was it. Last week was crazy, y'all, in the best way possible. Did we not set that off? Like sometimes, when I write these notes and I'm like, oh, and I give it a cute little title, oh, this is the week of the rebel. Oh, this is the blast off week. I really never know to the extent of it until the week plays itself out. That new moon in Capricorn last week, y'all, trust me when I tell you, it dragged on for a couple of days. And to be truthful with you, in my own, like the feeling that I have, even in this moment, is that you can still catch the waves. The moon is not in Capricorn, of course. It's not that new moon energy, of course, but there are still opportunities out there to be had. Wasn't it mind-blowing, Tracy? I mean, truthfully. Again, the new moon brings new information. So the reason why, and new beginnings, new opportunities, and it was all of these different planets that were in great alignment. Please check out the video that precedes this one, and I'll, in my own passionate way, I lay down what that week was about. But we can still stay, the reason why I'm mentioning it, because we can still catch the heels of that if we are a little crafty and aware. Why? Because this week, the sun goes into Aquarius. So if you take all of that propulsion that we were pushed through and with last week and starting some new things, that sun in Aquarius is like, why not? Let's do that shit. Like, I'm a rebel. I can make it happen. I can make it happen with my planning. I can still jump on the opportunity. So I want y'all to utilize last week's energy and connection with this week's energy and what I'm about to tell you, and still take advantage. Excuse me, a burp is trying to come out. Don't you hate that shit? Squirrel. When a burp trying to come out and you sitting there like looking like your neck is about to break, but in actuality you're trying to control a little bubble and you don't want to be embarrassed by being like so forgive me if you see me tilt my head like this. That doesn't mean I'm acting prissy or just trying to let y'all see the top of my head. It means a burp is stuck. Lord of mercy. So yeah, utilize the propulsion from last week to what we're going to talk about this week and ride your magic carpet. Find that carpet to start some shit off. I'm so hyped. I'm hype about life, y'all. I don't want to start preaching. I swear to God, I feel like every time I open my mouth, I start preaching. But I'm hype about life. I pray that you are too. Before I jump into this week, let me tell y'all this, and I'm going to reiterate some things. Just please bear with me. I think it's worth saying and worth repeating. Find the silver lining in everything that's going on right now. Please, aren't you, Miss Johnson, Angelique, please tell me. Like, find the silver lining in everything that's happening. People, wonderful souls, have sacrificed their lives for us, over 300,000. You may not know one of them. However, a lot of people have pushed on to the other side to clear the space for what it is that we need to do. We do not want their passing to be in vain. Understand what I'm saying, y'all. Clearing out happens for a reason. Destruction happens for a reason. And we are in the season of seeing what that thing was all about. Like, oh, I had to lose my husband because of, oh, I had to lose my job because of, and not only did we not realize that within the last couple of weeks, now again, we are being given the opportunity to blast off from that space, starting with that new moon in Capricorn last week and all the other planets that were in a great alignment with that new moon energy. Well, going into that, it feels great. It feels new. It feels like freshman year in college for those who ever went to school and you're just walking out on campus and you're like, oh, shit. Like, oh, he's cute. Oh, I'm going to catch him in the calf. Oh, ow, they stepping. Oh, you get into the rhythm of the newness of what's happening. Yes, there are some crazy things that are happening in our government. Let them bitches fall. Let them fall. Don't get caught in the destruction. Don't get caught in the distraction. Find your happiness, y'all. People are coming together. Okay, I kicked it off with that. How about this? Today is Monday. Monday for all my folks in Philly and Baltimore area, whoever else says. Monday. Today the moon is in Aries. The moon is actually sextile in Jupiter and Saturn because they're both in Aquarius. Aries energy loves Aquarius, okay? So bust this. The reason why I want to bring that up, because it's kind of indicative of this energy that I have right now, is the fact that with the moon, sextile, and Saturn. Push through, see the lesson, and realize. Push through, see the lesson, and realize. When the moon is sextile in Jupiter, I put, accept your individuality within the group. I want to highlight that. Let's push to the first. The moon, sextile, and Saturn, listen. See the lesson and push through it. Oftentimes we run from lessons. Oftentimes the emotional backlash or response to the lessons that are going on around us makes us want to stop and pause, procrastinate, get butthurt and shit, just feel like, I don't know, should I do? No. The moon in Aries says, yo, push through that thing. See the lesson. Kind of like what I said earlier, right? As far as see the destruction, know that it's happening for a reason, push through that thing and respond as such. Like respond by just like cutting through it like a hot knife through butter. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, that's what that lesson was about? I'm big enough. I'm God's child. I'm strong enough. I'm intelligent to handle that lesson and make good of it. That's what that moon sextile and Saturn about. Let's talk about this though. The moon sextile and Jupiter. Y'all with me? Yes, yes, y'all? Y'all kind of quiet? Y'all driving? What y'all doing? You on the toilet? The moon sextile in Jupiter. Accept your individuality in the group. This is necessary on so many different levels. On so many different levels. Why? Because the moon in Aries, right, has to do with being, this has to do with a lot of stuff. But let's pick one thing in which Spirit told me to show. You watching me, sassafras? What Spirit told me to say. The moon in Aries is about being self-centered on a certain level, about individuality, right? About being, look, Aries energy is the baby. It's juvenile. It doesn't care what anybody else is doing, but it cares what it needs to do and what it needs to start. Understand that. Moon in Aries hitting that Jupiter, accept your individuality in a group. Accept your individuality in a situation. We don't need no more to conform, nor be a sheep in this motherfucking herd on this planet here. You understand what I'm saying? In order to make a move. We're not living in corporate reality any longer. We are living in a reality in which we bring our individuality to a thing. Can I get a yes, yes, y'all on that? We are no longer sitting back, agreeing with everybody else's ideas, understanding of a thing, just to go along with it and collect that check at the end of the week. That's not what the moon sextile and Jupiter, and also right alongside Saturn is saying, that's kicking off, that's implementing itself inside your brain today. As above, so below. No. It's saying, yo, you are an individual. You are an individual? What word is that? You are an individual that is, you know, that has something to say, that has an idea, that has a viewpoint. Why not bring that to the group and say, well, you know, I got an idea. I have something. I think we should do it like this. Oh, word? Now, here's the backlash on that and or the responsibility for everybody else in the group. Listen. Oftentimes we get caught up when we're listening, and y'all know this because y'all smart people and are very aware people, that we get caught up listening to what it is that they're saying, but already finishing their story and their situation, already finishing their sentence. So you don't hear the passion, you don't hear the meaning, you don't connect to the spirit of what it is that they're saying, to the words that are not spoken, to the meaning behind the words, because you're too busy figuring out what it is that you need to do or what you're about to say after that person's done. Listen. People have great ideas. People have been sitting because we are blasting off into this age of Aquarius, and because of the fact that tomorrow the sun is about to go into an Aquarius, which will make it 4 planets in Aquarius. Originality all day. Because we are in that space, people are hell-bent on coming up saying, you know what, I want to share what it is that I know to be true. I've been sitting on this innovative idea for a long time. I want to blast off too. But people need to hear people in doing that, because what? We need each other. Bottom line, point blank, we need each other. And if you think that you're going to sit back and just be in your little bubble and continue your life by yourself and say to yourself, you know what I mean? I've been hurt. I'm going to be isolated. I don't need to deal with nobody. I don't need no boyfriend, no husband, no man, no woman, no boss, no this, no that. I don't need no alliances. I don't need help. Yes, you do, baby girl. Yes, you do, sir. You absolutely do. That's the reason that we're coming together in this moment now. You cannot live by yourself, but you can bring your original ideas to the crew so the crew can hear them and we can expound on them. I'm hype as shit about that. I'm hype as shit about that, as you can already tell. Tomorrow at 3:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the rebel breaks down the door. The sun goes into Aquarius. Hello, I love Aquarius energy. They're weird as hell with their purple hair and their weird ideas, but they are always on point. They're always on point when it comes to being a friend, when it comes to sharing the group dynamic, when it comes to the village. They know everything about being in the village. Now, when I say they, I want y'all to understand, especially if you have my book. You have my book? Oh, did I just do that thing on y'all? Especially if you have my book, The Signs and Astrological Memoir, in which I try to share with everybody that every sign is an energy in which we all inhabit some kind of way, or we can learn from. So we can learn from, link is down below in the description box if you want to get that thing. It's very affordable, I'm just letting you know. So what we can learn from Aquarius energy is how to be in the group. That's what I just said. How to be in the group, how to be in how to be able to listen. You understand what I'm saying? How to be able to take your individual thought and run with it. I'm saying the same things. But let me say this. Also be careful of the arrogance that can come along with this. Although, so we know there's always an up and a down. There's always an in and an out. There's always two ends of the spectrum. And that Aquarius energy tomorrow with the sun and its bright illuminating force will promote the idea of being an individual and being original and being the rebel with good intention of coming together and highlighting friendships and groups and organizations. But also Aquarius energy brings arrogance on the other side of that scale. So if you think you've gotten it together all your life, if you think, oh, I'm cool, I'm void of COVID because I've been dodging COVID, you know, not even on a COVID tip. You know, I'm a superhero to myself because I survived this whole time. So my arrogance is going to bring me to a space in which I'm going to bring people together and make them do what I want them to do. Arrogance. Understand this. Understand this. That Aquarius energy can tip the scales. I'm just saying, cuidado and be careful of everything that comes with this energy. Aquarius energy is extremely rebellious too. Just don't go left because everybody is going right. Understand why you're not going right. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be a rebel and just do what you want to do because you think that the other way is just outdated. You know, check on that. Just put your ear to it. This is the reason why I'm not doing it? Okay, yeah, I knew that. That's why I'm going to go this way. Because if you tip the scales a little bit too much, that Aquarius energy can become very, very heady, very cerebral. And its intellect, which it is highly, highly intellectual. Our brains are going to be on one, coming up with some funky ideas, making plans, strategizing, genius-like, putting it all together, executing one by one, like brain firing, like we're on the best caffeine ever without the shakes. You understand what I mean? In our brain. For sure, for sure. A beautiful, brilliant moment for us all. Because Aquarius is in us all. We can all get affected by it. However, we can become a little arrogant and a little out of touch too, and a little detached as well. Understand that what we're about to fall into is great for the greater good, but you are nobody's guru, okay? And you don't know more than the next. We have to come together and share our space. We have to come together and share our genius. It's very, very necessary, okay? On Wednesday, the moon goes into, as it's in Aries for the first part of the day, then it goes into Taurus, which throws a wrench into some things, right? Remember, Aquarius energy, if you don't know this, has two squares. Every sign has two squares, two challenges, right? Aquarius's challenges is Taurus and Scorpio. So whenever the moon goes into Taurus, while we're in the sun in Aquarius, whenever the moon goes into Taurus, whenever the moon goes into Scorpio, it's a hard time. 444D, what's happening, baby? It's a hard time. It's a little bit of a challenge between the ego self, which is the sun, and the moon, which is the feelings, right? The emotions of a thing, the reactions to a thing. So on Tuesday, going into Wednesday, that's an interesting situation because Wednesday is the inauguration. I was going to say the inaugural ball, but I guess that's going to happen too. But the inauguration, right? The ego will go up against the reaction. The ego can go up against the emotion of a thing. The emotion of a thing will be in Taurus. So the emotion of the thing in Taurus is hell bent and stubborn to what? Hold on to its ideas. Who does that sound like? You can put it in the comments. Who the fuck does that sound like? Hanging on to the ideas stubbornly. Yeah, they may come out on Wednesday. However, the sun is shining bright. The sun is shining bright with that original idea of being Aquarius and that Aquarius energy of the why not? Let's do it this way. Another direction of its stubborn nature, but definitely an opposite direction in Taurus. So the moon will be squaring the sun. Watch yourself personally and be very vigilant, as my mother Celeste Samuel says. Be very vigilant. Be vigilant. Watch of what's going on around you, because people feel like their feelings are hurt. They want to move in a different direction and they don't want to let go. Y'all still don't know what I'm talking about? The famous they still want to hold on. They want to hold on, y'all. No can do, no can do. On Wednesday as well, I have to say this, before that moon does go into Taurus, right? That moon is squaring Pluto as well. That moon is squaring Pluto. That's a big deal. So on the same day, where the moon is squaring the sun, your emotions are squaring your ego, challenging your ego. The moon is also squaring Pluto a little bit before that. So it drums up with the moon emotions going against transformation. They are fighting that Uranus Taurus. Yo, Sam, it's not happening though. It's going down. Because you know Uranus and Taurus, squirrel, Uranus and Taurus is the biggest, brutest uncle you ever saw. And when he walks in the room, you move out the way. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so here's the deal. On Wednesday, though, we have the sun squaring the sun, and we have the moon, the moon squaring the sun, and then we have the moon squaring Pluto. Pluto, remember, is transformation, destruction, transformation, death, life, rebirth. You understand what I'm saying? If the moon is squaring that, again, on an emotional level, there are not too many people that want to react in a way in which we're moving forward. They want to hold on. They don't want shit to destroy. They, the infamous they. Watch out for Wednesday. Even if nothing seems like it's happening and it's quiet, something's happening, y'all. And I'm not one to make no predictions because I don't want nobody coming back in my house and my phone or my social media saying, well, Sonia, you said. I'm not responsible for that. I'm just looking at the energy. It's very powerful and transformative on that day, for one. And again, because the emotions are involved, on Wednesday we're talking about, because the emotions are involved, people getting their feelings hurt, you know? Stay out of the way of you getting your feelings hurt, and stay out of the way of everybody else who feel like their feelings are not being vindicated, because they're trying to blow up the scene. Bottom line. No pun intended, and I pray that nothing happens and everybody is safe. Knock on wood. I'm superstitious like that. Can we move on? Can we move on? Wow, Wednesday is chock full of, okay, I just got to say this about Wednesday, and then I'm going to skip to the end of the week. I don't want to make these long. So I'm going to say this. Mercury, no, Sonia, not Mercury, the other M planet, Mars. Mars is in conjunction with Uranus. Easy, kid. Sonia is stupid. So I'll be writing these notes and stuff, and Wu-Tang will come to me. Mars in conjunction with Uranus. So Mars is in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus, and I'll put easy, kid. No Wu-Tang fans out there? Y'all know what I'm talking about in that little skit, that Method Man skit? Nobody? Y'all gonna do me like that? Easy, kid. You gotta be easy. When Mars in Taurus is in conjunction with Uranus, Sam and I was just talking about it real quick. Yo, when Uranus is in Taurus, y'all get me? Okay, thank you. I guess it's a delay. It's the delay. When Uranus is in Taurus, it's moving assuredly. And then Mars comes in right behind that, in Taurus, pushing it along. Easy, kid. We gonna move, we gonna do this thing, we gonna make it right. Just take your time with it. It's sure gonna change. Things are happening in the light of all things Aquarius. And by the way, did you know Uranus is Aquarius's planet? Aquarius energy is blasting the goddamn planet right now. And I'm, for one, I'm loving it. Tauruses and Scorpios may have a hard time, but ride the wave and see the benefits of the change. Please, just look for the benefits before you pout and don't want to change, okay? Anyway, keeping it moving. Easy, 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 kid. Keeping it moving. On Friday, I want to say real quick, the moon will be in Taurus, like you know, but it's going to trine, what's that? Venus and Pluto. Oh, okay, put it down is what I put on here. Put it down. Put the stakes in the ground. Put it down. Understand that the practicality is necessary for ideas of Aquarius energy to be implemented and bring it forward. Put it down. Solidify some things. Aquarius can feel slightly flighty at times too, all right? Because the energy tends to overthink and become too cerebral. It's a wonderful thing if you have all of these wonderful ideas, but oftentimes they can get caught in the ethers if you're not too quick. So you need what? You need fire. You need, more importantly in this time, is what I'm highlighting, practicality. So around about Friday, Thursday or Friday, what are the practical things that you're going to do to implement these ideas is the point. The rebel is here. The rebel is here wanting to take over and implement with ideas that you haven't seen before. You understand that? With genius ideas you haven't seen before. With trend-setting ideas you haven't seen before. That's a beautiful thing. But around about Friday, how you going to do that? How you going to make that solid, practical, sure? Put a schedule together. I'm telling you, honestly, and then on Saturday, Mars squares Jupiter, and the sun is in conjunction with Saturn. So I put the sun is in conjunction with Saturn, reward for hard work. So as we're putting down these stakes and we're building these new platforms in life, practically speaking, here comes the reward. You'll start to see why you have worked so hard, why these destructions have come. And it sounds like a repeat. I think I said that before. But I mean, we have different increments. That's the right word. The second one, the latter. Increments of space and time that remind you that you are on the right track. Almost like little bits of crumbs that we're picking up along the way, energetically, to remind us that we're on par. Here's one of those on Saturday when the sun is in conjunction with Saturn. Whenever Saturn comes into play, it's like, yeah, you was working hard and this is the reason why. Here's the rewards for that. You dig what I'm saying? However, on the same day, Mars is squaring Jupiter. Are you blocking your blessings with your aggression? Do you want it quicker than quick? Do you want to say, yeah, I've been working hard at this and I want it now. I deserve it now. I'm moving fast for now. I'm making sure this is happening now. Really? That's what you're going to do? Again, you're going to implement the brat in this situation? No, please. No. Mars is in Taurus. It squares Jupiter in Aquarius. Remember, they're both stubborn energy. They're both fixed energy. Mars wants to go its own way, and Jupiter's like, no, I got these blessings for you this way. Jupiter says, I have the blessings for you as long as the group is involved. Mars in Taurus says, well, I want to do it and be steady and be slow and methodical about it on my own time. They have to come together some kind of way. You got to respect both the energies. I hope that makes sense. So if you're doing it on your time and you're learning how to implement and strategize, check with the group every now and again and make sure everybody is agreeing with that. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from, but say if you're in, workplace, or you're building your dream with your honey, or, you're with your family or whatever, saving your money, like check in with the people that you're building your group and your village with to make sure that as you're taking your steps, your solid rooted Taurus steps, your defined loyal steps, that it's in alignment with where you're going, that Aquarius energy. It's okay, they don't have to exist in the same space, but they got to respect one another. Make sense? Yes, y'all? Right? Listen, on Sunday, it's going to feel a little cuckoo crazy, just a little bit for a slight moment. The moon will square Neptune, and you may want to check out, smoke a joint, so you don't feel cuckoo crazy. All right, do that thing. You grown, just don't get in trouble and don't drive drunk. All I'm saying is that there may be a need to check out, and you may not have the opportunity or the ability or the time to do so. Check out in your own way. I often say sometimes, people say, well, I'm going to express this a lot in the hut. Forms of meditation. There are many forms of meditation. And one of my favorite forms is just checking out right where you're sitting. So if on Sunday you feel like you can't check out, or you checked out too much, or you're feeling a little resentful for not being able to check out, right? Sit where you are. Sit where you are and check out. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Take a couple of deep breaths and understand that wherever you are in the moment in time, like you are home, you are perfect, and you are clear. That's all you have to remind yourself, because there could be potentially on Sunday a lot of conversation around you that wants to distract you and take you off of the mark, so to speak, and delude you. Don't let it happen, y'all. Don't let it happen. I'm about to go. I want y'all to know that the Village Hut and the Village, we are still signing up. There are 3 spots available in the Village Hut out of 10. Please go on and do that thing. I pray that you are well. I pray that you are well. I pray that you are seeing the light in your heart. I pray that you let go of the ego. Yo, Squirrel, did anybody join me on IG on Friday? Or have you seen my IG live situation? Thank you, sweetie pie. I just want to ask y'all that, because before I leave, I want to tell you some wonderful revelations, and I don't know if you experienced this, but some wonderful revelations came through this week with the moon being in Pisces. There was this huge thing about, I was crying. I was crying at the very end, and I was crying prior to that, but it was one of them good cries, y'all. It wasn't like a sad kind of cry. It was a realization of the power of forgiveness. So I'm wondering, did you touch on that this week as well, this weekend? Like the power of forgiveness and the need to let go. That's going to be necessary. And I'm going to tell you real quickly why. Because Aquarius energy, 4 planets are going to be in Aquarius starting tomorrow. The Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. And Uranus is doing a big deal in Taurus, but that's Aquarius's planet, remember? So there's a lot of influence about Aquarius. Aquarius don't deal with emotions like that. And forgiveness is the deepest well of emotional sludge that holds us back, that is so fucking subconscious that we don't even necessarily know that we are holding ourselves back because of the forgiveness. Aquarius says, yo, we don't have time for that. We got to be lighthearted. We got to be detached. We got to do for the group. And if you're not forgiving your man, your friend, your father, your ex-husband, or whoever that's still in the group, then you're not going to get as far as you would like to. This is at least what I got this weekend. What'd you get? I cried because I recognized that there were some people and some situations that I deeply needed to forgive and let go, because I want to live in this Aquarian excitement and this Aquarian new. I do. Do you? Do you want to like wipe the slate clean? Nobody said forget about it. Nobody said be duped by what's happening. Like my mother says, nobody says we cannot be vigilant and still live in the clarity of who we are and the togetherness of the village. But you have to let some shit go, y'all. They can't live and exist in the same space. You can't want a new life, but you're still worried about what your dad did 50 years ago. No. And I mean like some serious, deep cleaning. People go, oh yeah, I forgot about it. That's not the same as forgiveness. Forget about it and dismiss it. That's not the same as going into that emotion and pulling out that little girl or little boy and having their voice say, this is the reason why I didn't forgive you before. And then come into an agreement and say, okay, I forgive it. No longer want it. That's what I was going through anyway this weekend, and I wanted to share that with you because what I am healing and grooving and growing right alongside you. I just happen to know astrology, and I happen to know how to link it up with the energies that's happening. And I happen to have a little direct line with folks' ancestors and their guides. Sometimes when I don't want to, most of the time when I just adore and just open-heartedly accept it. But the bottom line is that we are all going through it together, and I'm sharing this so I can assist you. I'm sharing this so I can assist you, but I'm fucking growing too. That's the real of the real, as the real as I can get. Sorry, Celeste, for cursing so much, but you know, sometimes you just have to let it go. Ashe, Ramon, ashe. Yo, much love to you. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. Join forces, all right? In the light of God and the light of God only. This is our time, beautiful people. This is our time.